Howdy, folks. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. I've got another review here of a ship that I was dying to get. It is the Slava. She is a Research Bureau ship worth 63,000 Research Bureau points. I was sitting on something like 258,000 Research Bureau points, so I ended up getting three ships. Her, the Sebastopol, and the Viper. Oh, sorry, the Vampire too. So, overall, I've always wanted this ship because she is a sniper. She's not a Kremlin, even though she's on the Kremlin hull, and I'm actually going to compare both when we get into it to show you what I mean by that. But she's kind of the boat that will stay back in a bit. And I'm playing arms race here. It's not quite what I would have taken for arms race, in my opinion, if I knew I was going to play arms race. Her main shtick is if you put this boat in the middle of any map, you can hit any boat anywhere you want, and she has a ridiculous chance of fire. Even for HE, it's still great. And yes, it's a battleship. I do fire HE, not just AP all the time. So I do like the way Wargaming's art department did this. The camo and whatnot is fantastic. The ship's fantastic. So like I said, she is a Kremlin hull from through to thick and thin, but she's got some subtle differences that I'll go through here. As always, let's start the armor layout. So 25 mil, which means you can be panned by 358s. So you got to watch out. But she's got a lot of side panels that are really thick, and over 30 in the. I'll get that in a minute. Over 30 now. Let me just go show you the Kremlin here quickly. See, exact same design with some differences. Kremlin's got some heavier armor compared to the Slava. See, a little bit less. Yeah, so she's not a brawler. My Kremlin, for me, is a brawler. And the sides are 38 mil, as you saw, torpedo protection. Again, Citadel's not too bad. Plunging fire, you could stop quite a bit. But again, I don't think you want to do that. But survivability, 91.8 and 36 on torpedo protection. I want to show you the difference in the Kremlin. It's a large difference. 108. So there is a difference in 46% on torpedo protection. So at the end of the day, she's not the same. So don't consider her to be a Kremlin. Artillery, 406s with a 33.5 second reload. Turret traverse is 32.5 with getting it all the way down. Ugh, not good. But her fire chance is 42% with HE. So all the Russian battleships are really good fire chances. Right all the way from the tier 6 all the way up. So watch out for that. Her stick is she has rail guns. Her shells move pretty quick. And look at the secondaries very quickly. So I've got mine spec'd out for 9.2 for destroyers, and I'll show you why in a minute. Excuse me, Mr. Boat, what are you doing? That's funny. I love it. All right, so airstrike, pretty straightforward. 2 attacks, 30-second reload. Thank you, Wargaming. 11 kilometers, and does almost 5,000 damage in her drops and whatnot. I wish you had more range for this. You'd like this because the way I spec it out, I'll get to my captain skills in a minute. Your vulnerability really is submarines and destroyers. Maneuverability, 31 knots, and just like the comparable, holy cow, her rudder's slow. You really want to go quiet and drop off before you make a turn. It's slow. 13.2 for detectability. Not bad, not good, Standard, tier 10, pretty good. 11.2 for the air. Now, equipment. You know me, I always take main armament modification. That does my thing. I want to reduce my flooded and damaging. You can take engine protection, but it's a moot point. She's pretty heavy. I do take turret reverse. Even you saw the turrets, it's still, with all the upgrades, it's still bad. She's a cutaway kind of boat. I also take damage control system because I want to reduce my flood and fire by 15%, which is significant. I do take concealment, and I do take, this was a bit of odd. I noticed this when I was doing this video. I had to click into it to get it to go back. I don't know, another bug in Wargaming. The new development studios have a lot of bugs. But I take main battery modification, so that way I have an extra 16%. I can shoot anywhere. I'm over 26 kilometers. I can shoot anywhere over the map. Pretty standard repair, not limited like the Kremlin. Repair party, pretty good. These are my flags. Exterior, I take the permanent camo. Wargaming did such a good job, didn't she? I like the art department. Now here's what I take for captain skills, and I've got Nikolai Kuznetsov. Gun feeder, I just got him. Grease the gears because you're going to need it. I take visuals. Here's the difference. It's an extra 25% help in seeing torpedoes, submarines, and destroyers. It's your friend because you should be going slow speed and then hitting people at distance. I take priority target. I want who's targeting me. I do extend my secondaries by 20% just so I can help them out with that range of 9.2 to start engaging destroyers and subs. I always take adrenaline rush, concealment, and fire prevention. You're going to want to take it on this one, in my opinion. And that's pretty much straightforward, the boat. It's Kremlin hull, looks like the Kremlin, but it's not the Kremlin. It's not a brawler. Her thing is, her shtick is shooting from distance, and she's very good at it. I was also noting in this game and other games, about 50% of the players were being smart and watching as I'm shooting. I mean, I've got a range of over 26 kilometers here, and they'd be kind of smart and turn away. Only about half. When this boat first came out, it was one of those, if the Slava was the original super ship, so to speak, with Russian bias, if you saw a Slava in the game, you better pay attention across the map because it can end your game, especially if you're a tier 8 cruiser in one shot. So it is what it is. Overall, I love the boat. I'm trying to get used to it. I'm trying to find that happy sweet spot of kiting away and coming in and kiting away and coming in and helping my team. She is phenomenal on the flanks as well. So in the middle, you can get every shot you want. But if you're coming down one of the flanks on a domination battle and you have that, you can crossfire ships, battleships, and do a lot of damage. Anyway, let me know if you have this boat in the chat down below in the comments. I like it. I love my Kremlin too. She's my tank and my brawler. This one's my sniper. So for me, I'm happy. I think it's fantastic. As always, take care, stay safe, and I wish everyone the best. So bye for now. Look forward to your comments.